Greetings, I'm Robin, and this is Book of the Week number 20, Malick Sidibé and The Portrait of Mali. I paid £22 new for this book. It's not available on Amazon, but I'm sure you can find it in various places. It was published in 2011. I got it last year. Picked up the multilingual edition. It scared me when it came, and initially it all looks like it's in Italian, which is very useful if you speak Italian. Not so useful for me. The only Italian I speak is pizza and lasagna, and that's pushing it, to be honest. Luckily, this is the multilingual edition in Italian and English with everything in French at the end. As you can see, it starts off with, it's a very serious photo book, very serious one, because it starts off with a whole load of essays, and at the back, loads of biographical information as well. It's then split into sections for interior studio portraits, exterior interior, parties and meetings, and colour exterior. Sidibé was born in 1936, and Mali gained independence from France in 1960. So we're seeing portraits in a time of change, a new national identity perhaps, tradition versus modernity and maybe external influences, and I'm sure that you're going to enjoy these photographs an awful lot. Some people will tell you that only a local photographer can truly understand a culture or a society or even a place and show it authentically, and that is somehow superior or preferable or even better. The best way to show it, perhaps. I don't agree. I do agree that every photographer has a unique way of understanding something and seeing it or sharing it, but there's nothing about anyone's uniqueness that makes them better or worse at telling a story or providing a visual document. The advantage that the local photographer might have over a visiting photographer is time, so repeatability, the chance to really go deeply into a subject. But that isn't necessarily an advantage, because beware, familiarity can indeed breed contempt, and all too often photography of our own local patch can be one of the hardest things to do. Now all of this just goes to serve to further underline how enjoyable this book is, and also why we're going to be heading to the Congo next week. As always, I like to just highlight a few examples before we finish the video, and I absolutely love this guy. I think this photo is fantastic with him, with his what's the trophy for? He's ever so proud, isn't he? And these two chaps standing in a field of crops. I don't know, I just love the colour, I love the size, the scale. I love everything about that. This photograph particularly struck me because it was ages before I realised there was 2 little feet at Mum's waist. I just think that is just such a beautiful photograph. So the colour photographs definitely appealed, but this one almost kind of just sums up everything that we were talking about to start with, about Mali being in a time of transition and change and tradition versus modernity. We've got the fella on the left almost looks a bit like Han Solo with that waistcoat and shirt, but the flares, and I don't know. There's just something very special about those 2 photographs together. This is a truly wonderful book.